Today, I'm speaking to the video editors specifically. You probably already know that being hunched in front of your computer for a long period of time leads to things like neck tightness, shoulder tightness, hip stiffness, and low back soreness. And you've probably figured out that not only does this cause you pain, but it can mess with your focus while you're working. The good news? You can easily counteract all that with just 3 minutes of movement every hour or so. I'm going to take you through a quick, easy mobility routine that'll keep you from getting locked up. We're going to start with the neck, and specifically we're going to do yeses, nos, and maybe so's. Now for these 3 movements, it doesn't matter which one you start with, we'll just randomly start with the yeses. So for these, you're going to tilt your head up towards the ceiling, or the sky, and then tilt it down towards the floor, or the ground. And you're going to do this 8 times, both up and down. For nos, rotate your head from one side to the other. And yes, you're going to do this 8 times per side. For maybe so's, tilt your head from one side to the other. And yes, you guessed it, you're going to do this 8 times per side as well. For all 3 neck movements, make sure to keep your shoulders still and perform these movements in a steady manner, never sharp or fast. Okay, time for the shoulder shrug and roll. For this one, you're going to lift your shoulders up towards your ears and then roll them forward. This should cause your upper back to round. Then you're going to lift your shoulders again and roll them backward. This should cause your upper back to arch. Make sure to repeat this 8 times forward and backward. Arm circles. This one is simple. Pick an arm, make 8 big backward circles, and follow that up with 8 big forward circles. Make sure to repeat that with the other arm. All right, next up is the thread the needle stretch. For this one, you got to start on all 4s. Slide one arm under the other and reach as far as you can. Let your shoulder touch the floor. Then pull that arm back and rotate it out to the opposite side. Do this 8 times per side. All right, this one is a good one for the hips, the standing hip hinge. Stand with your hands on your hips or at your side and put a very slight bend in your knees. For this one, focus on pushing your butt backward like you're trying to touch the wall behind you. When you've gone as far back as your hamstrings will allow, getting a big hamstring stretch, push your hips forward until you're back in a full stance. Make sure that your spine stays neutral and that you're not rounding it as you perform this movement. Go for 8 reps. Last but definitely not least are air squats. Stand with your feet hip width or shoulder width apart. Bend your hips and knees at the same time and keep your head and your abdomen upright as you go down. Go as low as your flexibility will allow without bending forward or rounding your spine. At the bottom of the movement, make a strong drive through the middle of your feet back up to a full stance. Repeat this 8 times. And that's it. Very quick and really easy. Now, the only bit of pushback I get from my friends in the industry is that when they're editing and they're in the zone, like they're in a flow state, they don't want to stop or take any breaks until they've completed a substantial amount of work. Being an editor myself, I completely understand that sentiment. At the same time, we all know that there's certain points within the editing workflow where we can take short breaks and not completely disrupt our work. Between laying the clips down, adding music, trimming the clips to the music, adding graphics, adding captions, etc., there are places we can pause for a short break. The nice thing about a 3-minute routine is that we can do it every 60 to 90 minutes without completely throwing off our rhythm. And it ensures that we're not tight, stiff, and sore after hours of work. The point is not to be stuck in one position for hours on end. Yes, for this video, I film those movements in my gym, but they can easily be done here in my office, and I do them all the time in my office. Doing this routine is a habit now, and it's not something I have to think about. It can be the same for you after a little while. When you complete a major task in your editing workflow, you'll find yourself standing up and going through these movements before you hit the next major task. So, start turning this into a habit. Doing this mobility routine every 60 to 90 minutes will keep your body from locking up. Mobility work keeps our connective tissues, so ligaments, tendons, and fascia, fluid and resilient. Movement also improves circulation to our brains, keeping our focus high. When you feel better and have less aches and pains, your creativity and your focus skyrocket. Before you go, I want you to share your favorite tip for staying loose and mobile while you edit. Share it in the comments section below.